Mr. Frost, how are you today?
Hey, I'm doing great. Yourself?
Pretty good. So today we're going to go over Josh's assessment that we did. Your wife had voiced some concerns along with Josh's teacher, Mrs. Smith. So we went ahead and did 4 different assessments on Josh. So we're going to go over those different assessments and our recommendations for Josh.
Okay. Sounds good.
Awesome. So one of the first tests that we did with Josh was the Hodson Assessment of Phonological Patterns. This test, it's a standardized test and it covers the different sounds in the alphabet. And so the test results indicated a low moderate phonological delay. We found that Josh had difficulty with his L's and his R's. Okay. And we found that it made him almost intelligible, so other students and family members found him difficult to understand.
Okay.
So the next test we did was the test of language development. This is another standardized test. It tests the different systems of language. It compares his language usage to that of children of the same age and grade. So that breaks down into 2 different types of language. It breaks down to expressive and receptive language. So his expressive strengths was that he was able to name typical objects. He was able to name similarities. He was able to understand the meaning of most present tense sentences and correctly use plurals when doing the morphological completion portion of the test. And he was also able to use different tenses through that portion of the test.
Okay.
He had difficulty naming less common objects, and he was unable to name how objects were alike. And he also had difficulty using comparative adjectives.
Okay.
His receptive strengths for this test were that he understood the meaning of certain words as similar to the other. He was able to name typically occurring objects and, again, correctly use plurals. He had difficulty using different tenses, similar to the other test. Then we go into the receptive portion of the test, and his weaknesses there were that he had difficulty defining certain objects. He had difficulty with comparative adjectives again, and he had difficulty with past tense verbs.
Okay.
So we also did an expressive and receptive test on him additionally, and those tests actually found very similar results to the language test that we did. He, again, was great at naming typically occurring objects and had difficulty naming words and categories and difficulty with past tense.
Okay.
He had difficulty matching words with different verb tenses, and he was unable to name present progressive tense words like mailing, melting, and hatching. So based on all the different assessments that we did with Josh, we are recommending speech therapy for him in school, and we are going to work on speech sound production, receptive and expressive language and receptive language skills. And so here is a copy of the report for you.
Perfect.
Okay, and you go ahead and read over that, and then we will sign everything and we will start speech with Josh.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.